The morning that changes everything. Most people never realize this until years have already passed. But the direction of your life is often decided in the very first hour after you wake up. That may sound intense, but think about it for a moment. The way you begin your morning shapes your mindset, your energy, your focus, and eventually your future. Tomorrow morning, when your alarm goes off, there will be a decision waiting for you. Not a huge, dramatic decision, but a small one that quietly shapes everything else. Will you take control of your day, or will comfort take control of you? That battle between purpose and excuses happens before your feet even touch the floor. The truth is, successful people don't separate themselves from everyone else through one giant moment. They separate themselves through small daily habits, repeated consistently over time. And one of the biggest habits of all is how they start the morning. Many people wake up already behind. They hit snooze several times, rush through getting ready, check social media immediately, absorb stress before breakfast, and spend the rest of the day reacting to problems. That isn't a powerful start. That's survival mode. When your morning begins with panic, your entire day feels rushed. Your thoughts become scattered. Your emotions become reactive. And eventually, your life starts reflecting that same confusion. But there's another way to live. There was a time in my life when everything felt chaotic. My schedule was disorganized, my finances were struggling, and my confidence was low. I would stay up late, sleep too long, and wake up with no clear direction. Every day felt like I was trying to catch up. Then someone gave me advice that completely changed my perspective. They said the morning is where you either build momentum or lose control. That one sentence forced me to look at my habits honestly. I realized I had been giving my best hours away to sleep, distraction, and comfort. Meanwhile, people who were building successful lives were using those same hours to improve themselves. So I made a simple decision. I started waking up earlier, not 3 hours earlier, not some extreme schedule, just a little earlier than before. And instead of immediately reacting to the world, I spent that time investing in myself. I would read a few pages from a good book. I would think about my goals. I would write down what mattered most for the day. Sometimes I would sit quietly and reflect. Sometimes I would exercise or stretch. The important part wasn't exactly what I did. The important part was that I became intentional. Within weeks, I noticed something changing. I felt calmer. I felt clearer. I felt more confident. And over time, my results started changing too. That's because mornings are powerful. Your mind is freshest in the morning. Your focus is strongest in the morning. Your discipline is strongest before the world starts demanding your attention. Most people spend their best energy reacting to everyone else's priorities. Highly successful people spend their best energy building themselves first. That's the difference. The first hour of your day belongs to you. Once the day gets moving, responsibilities take over. Emails start arriving, calls begin, problems appear. People need your attention. But early in the morning, before all the noise begins, you have a chance to shape your mindset. And mindset changes everything. If you begin your morning frustrated, distracted, and negative, that attitude follows you into your decisions. But if you begin your morning focused, grateful, and intentional, you carry that energy into every conversation, every opportunity, and every challenge. Your mornings become the foundation of your future. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing success comes from motivation alone. Motivation fades quickly. Discipline is what changes lives. Discipline is waking up when you promised yourself you would. Discipline is doing what matters before doing what feels comfortable. Discipline is keeping commitments to yourself. And every morning gives you a chance to strengthen that discipline. Think about this. If you dedicated just 1 hour every morning to personal growth, that would become hundreds of hours each year invested into improving yourself. While most people are scrolling through their phones or sleeping longer than necessary, you could be building knowledge, confidence, focus, and direction. Those small investments compound over time. A better morning leads to a better mindset. A better mindset leads to better decisions. Better decisions lead to a better life. That's why successful people guard their mornings carefully. They don't allow negativity to enter their mind first thing in the day. They don't immediately consume bad news or endless distractions. Instead, they protect their focus. They feed their minds with ideas that strengthen them. They review their goals. They think about growth. They prepare mentally before entering the demands of the world. Most people wake up asking, what do I have to deal with today? Successful people ask, who do I need to become today? That single shift changes everything. Because life improves when you improve. You cannot always control the economy, circumstances, traffic, or other people. But you can control your attitude, your habits, your preparation, and your focus. The greatest investment you will ever make is the investment you make in yourself. And mornings are the perfect time to make that investment. Another important truth is this: your mind follows whatever you focus on first. If the first thing you focus on is stress, your mind expands stress. If the first thing you focus on is gratitude, your mind starts finding more reasons to feel grateful. If the first thing you focus on is possibility, your mind becomes creative and solution-oriented. That's why your first thoughts matter. You must learn to protect your mind in the morning. Don't allow random distractions to shape your emotional state before you've even started the day. Stand guard over your thoughts. Choose carefully what enters your mind first. Read something encouraging. Listen to something educational. Think about your goals. Reflect on your future. The quality of your mornings eventually becomes the quality of your life. But here's the important part many people miss. A powerful morning routine means nothing without action. You can read books all morning long, but if you never apply what you learn, nothing changes. Growth only happens when preparation turns into execution. Start small. Wake up 30 minutes earlier, read 10 pages, write your priorities down, exercise for a few minutes, spend time thinking clearly before the chaos begins. Then take action. Don't try to transform your entire life overnight. Real transformation happens through consistent daily improvement. Small actions repeated every day create massive results over time. One disciplined morning becomes one productive day. One productive day becomes one successful week. One successful week becomes momentum, and momentum changes lives. The goal is not perfection. The goal is progress. There will be mornings when you feel tired. There will be mornings when excuses sound convincing. There will be mornings when comfort feels easier. But growth rarely happens inside comfort. Every time you choose discipline over excuses, you strengthen your character. Every time you choose purpose over distraction, you strengthen your future. Every time you choose growth over comfort, you become someone more capable. And eventually those choices create a completely different life. So here's the challenge. For the next 30 days, take your mornings seriously. Wake up earlier. Protect your focus. Feed your mind something valuable. Review your goals. Choose intentional thoughts. Take action on what matters most. 30 days. That's enough time to change your energy, your confidence, your habits, and possibly your entire direction in life. Because success is rarely created in one dramatic moment. It's created quietly, morning after morning, decision after decision. The way you start your day shapes the way you live your life. So tomorrow morning when that alarm goes off, remember this. You are not just waking up to another ordinary day. You are waking up to another opportunity to become stronger, wiser, more focused, and more intentional than you were yesterday. And if you continue doing that consistently, one morning at a time, eventually your life will begin reflecting the person you've been working to become.